Hola guys, ¿qué pasó? This is Hala Pablo. Hey, Dogecoin. Let's talk about Dogecoin today. I've been checking out Dogecoin, not just because Elon has been talking about it, but Dogecoin has made some very interesting projections in its price action, even more enterprising than Shiba Inu. In fact, much more enterprising right now. I am anticipating a resurgence or a reemergence of demand for Dogecoin in a very big way, and I believe it's going to start very soon. We see here in this present range. Let's see this. My computer is lagging like nobody's business here. Let's see. We'll take this down. We'll say here to the selling climax. We'll make the automatic rally say here, and then the selling climax here, and then we'll do the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement somewhere, say here. Yeah, and so we've got the price action bouncing off the midpoint. Here we got a good tight hug. Here we got a little peak. And then other areas of interest are the trading range resistance up here and here. And now we're up in the upper quarter of, I guess this would be like the 75 percentile range of this trading range. We are consolidating. Basically, we got a little bit of congestion here. And then also what we want to look at is where it touched down at the 1.272 Fibonacci's here and here. Okay, so those are our points of interest right now with Doge. Clear expansion of demand. I'm going to change this, change the color on this. We see clear increase of demand if we were to start, say here where the trading range actually starts and starts consolidating horizontally. Got the next bigger one here. We have these two predominant volume spikes as well as this. Notice that demand clearly predominates over supply. We do have supply. We have an increase of supply. Well, this was on the down. This was on the sell-off here, so that's to be expected. This demand here, so we'll just discount that. All we're interested in is from the trading range and east of the trading range. So we can even go, so we don't get confused, go and start a regression trend from, say, here at the selling climax to here where we presently are. We have a regression trend. We have a slowly rising regression trend with a predominance of demand. I think we're going to be seeing a lift in Dogecoin. What I can anticipate right now is a bit more consolidation. Maybe come back up, retest, may go back down to TRM, trading range midpoint. But at some point, we're going to come back up. We're going to test the micro trend resistance of this channel. And in between the channel, the micro trend resistance and trading range resistance, of course, trading range is this horizontal line, whereas the micro trend is a channel. It's a trend line. It's diagonal. Somewhere in this sweet spot in here, the litmus test will be taken, and if we prevail, then we can effectually see Dogecoin marking up. How high up? I believe we could see if we go back from the swing low, and that's considering we don't fall anywhere below our lowest, where we are, although that could happen if Bitcoin decides to go down, back down to 17. And then we bring it here. We can see Dogecoin also go back down. But let's just say in a perfect world, in a perfect bullish world, we could safely assume this sort of fib extension target range, which would take the present where we are right now to the 1.618 golden fib ratio. It's about 24%. And then if we go up to the 2, just add, well, that'll bring it to 34%. And that would make sense if it, that's totally feasible. I could see it doing that, doing maybe like a reverse or an inverted head and shoulders, bringing it up here to close out this macro liquidity void here that we see around the, was that 0.79? We'll just call it 8 cents. We could really see in the short term, we could see Dogecoin coming up to 8 cents. But all this remains to be seen. Still expect some consolidation, but for now, that's what it's looking like. We're seeing that. I mean, it's definitely, we're seeing predominance of demand overall in this trading range. I saw the same thing with Cell Token. I did a video on Cell Token, where Cell Token was seeing a resurgence of demand, and we got that. Let's see if I can pull this up here. I did on my trading view. I did a chart on this where you could replay. I did Celsius token showing bullish bias, potential 90% gains. This is what I did. This was back on the 17th. It's about 3 days ago, and we could see how it's played out so far. Kaboom, almost right to where I marked where it would go. So these are playing out, and of course I knew this from the evidence of supply and demand both diminishing in the vertical bar volume, which denotes accumulation, and also with the overall predominance of demand in the trading range. It just had to play out a little more. It wasn't a tight bull flag, and then it expanded outwards towards a more traditional reaccumulation range, and then here we see it retested this area here, and we had a volume spike, and then the retest, it flipped the micro trend resistance to support, and then up it went, and up it went. Almost touched the 1.618, came back down, and now it's bouncing between the 1 and the 1.272, and I think it's gonna take the 1.272 and continue to mark up. We may see like another little cup and handle kind of deal here, where it comes back to test the neckline. And if things remain on course, we could potentially see this going and regaining all the way back up to the 1.618 golden fib ratio and even higher, sort of like what we're anticipating for Dogecoin. So we'll just keep we'll just keep watching, and if I see anything else with these, I'll let you know. If this is helpful to you, go ahead and like. That will encourage me that this isn't falling on deaf ears, and there are some out there that appreciate still solid Wyckoff volume spread analysis, TA, without being cluttered up with all these moving averages and stuff. Nothing against people who use moving averages, but I think volume and price action are king, and it gives the most accurate results, and it's the way to really see forensically what these market makers, composite operators, aka smart money, what they're doing, and kind of following them. So like swimming alongside them is what we do. We swim alongside the sharks. We don't fight the sharks because we're going to get eaten, but we swim alongside the sharks like pilot fish. That's how I trade, and I do what they do. I eat what they eat. I accumulate what they accumulate, and I dump what they dump. So unless I'm hodling, I just hold on for dear life. But more often than not, that's the way to survive in these treacherous markets right now. Guys, be safe. Never invest more than you're willing to sit on for years, or lose completely. Diversify. Make sure you spread out. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Take profit. If things pump up, take your profit. At least get your initial principal out, and then just let the rest ride. If it's a project that you believe in, hold on to it. And guys, never go all in. Never go all in. There's no reason to. I mean, there's a very good chance we may retest the 17,000 Bitcoin range. I did a video where I'm still thinking that we can go down and even touch 16, maybe the upper 15s. That's possible. I mean, that's going to bring these alts down a little bit more, and that's going to provide excellent buying opportunities for these. So the worst thing is to see something dump like that and have fire sale prices, garage sale prices on crypto, and you got no damn fiat. You know, you've shot your load prematurely. So none of that. None of that. Be patient. Be patient and go through all the steps that I just outlined, and you guys are going to be safe, and you're going to live to trade another day. You're going to live to see the bull market reversals. These bull market reversals, when they come, the true reversals are going to melt faces, guys, this year. I believe we'll see it. Just hang on. Don't be one of the statistics. Don't be ones that are killed in action out there. And you do that by never going all in. Save your fiat, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. All right, let me let you guys go. Hey, guys, thank you for tuning in. Be safe, and we'll talk to you all later. Okay, guys? Adios. Bye-bye.